What inspired you to organize this event?
It was an accumulation of a series of events and experiences throughout my lifetime that eventually propelled me into initiating this event. My turning point came about when I had the realization that a majority of people within our Malaysian society did not see the degree of severity in global gender equality.
Do you think it is important to continue the event in the future, and why?
I do believe that it is important to continue these type of events. In my opinion, in order to obtain any sort of equality, that including of gender equality, you must first empower whatever society that you are trying to achieve the equality with. These type of efforts need to be continuous in order to break the barriers of sexual harassment, discrimination, unequal pay, and exclusion from leadership. Every knowledge spread, every idea shared, every word spoken towards these type of events brings us closer to a more equitable world.
How did this event benefit you as an individual, and how did it impact your surrounding as well as the society?
I really hope that Empower Today Equal Tomorrow could be a platform for them to gain new knowledge, skills that will allow them to think more critically and ultimately better themselves in any way possible through this event. My team and I can only hope that the action they take thereafter, coming with their own type of personal conclusions, will fall in line with the vision of Empower Today Equal Tomorrow.
What inspired you to initiate this event?
We did more research regarding the Orang Asli community, and then only we realized that actually there were many untold stories about the Orang Asli community. The spark that hit me was actually knowing that the community was drinking from well water, and this later led to me and my team to think, what can we improve on this? And that's why we came up with this project.
What do you think are the most important needs for the Orang Asli community, and how do you think it actually benefited through the Orang Asli project?
The most important thing that I would think of is actually proper education on hygiene. The lack of knowledge on hygiene has actually caused them to have diseases and illnesses due to bad hygiene practices. After conducting this workshop, and we hope that they are able to learn, to build their own DIY water filters at home.
Did organizing this event affect your life?
I would proudly say that we have helped those people that are in need. The Orang Asli community is more like a community that often gets neglected by the public. What we can do is just to give a small part of us, and hopefully everyone can also lend a hand and help the community too.
What was the reason for you to initiate this program?
This Myanmar Refugee Kids program is a benchmark program for us because before that, we have always been doing one-off volunteering activities. We actually sat back and think among ourselves that we want to do something that is long-term and really bring an impact that we can measure. There's this church who come to us and say, they are seeking volunteers to teach the children. With that idea behind us, it was a great matching.
Do you view the language barrier as an impediment towards teaching these refugee kids properly, and how do you solve it back then?
Because we had this big worry that do they understand English or any other language that we are speaking. But surprisingly, these little kids, they do have a bit of knowledge of English. When we teach them, we try to speak in basic English. There wasn't much really a language barrier that we expected at first.
Through this program, how do you think it has benefited you and the society?
Having these extra tuition classes actually give them the additional knowledge, especially in terms of the basics ones like maths and English. This will probably help them a bit in their future. I mean, they do not have the privilege to go to school, unlike any other kids, and without us, they wouldn't be getting any educational stuff. Positive impact on them, and of course, it's taught us to be grateful on what we have.
I have always had the passion to share my knowledge and experiences with the FCS Hours in School. Seeing how their faces light up when they knew how to do the questions that I have taught made me feel even happier and more motivated to teach them. By joining this program, I not only learned how to teach people effectively, but also I got to enhance my communication skills. It was such a long journey for me because all the effort that I put on teaching and delivering all the things made me feel it was all worth it.
What made you organize this event?
So this project was initially initiated by IDOCare. In one occasion, the IDOCare invited us to initiate this campaign in our Sunway campus. That's how I learned about this campaign, and I find it very meaningful because we can help the refugee kids and reduce unwanted wastage.
Why did you choose to use stationery from students and the public instead of directly donating the newer ones?
It is definitely more impactful if we collect it from our Sunway students than buying them, giving them new ones. We all know that we have more pencils than we usually need, so instead of throwing them away, why not we just give them to those who need it, let it have a better purpose. By having them contribute towards this action, we are able to create a better awareness in helping the underprivileged.
What were the challenges that you and your team had faced when organizing this event, and how did you solve them?
The challenge or the main concern when I first started this campaign was that the degree of response from our Sunway students. At first, we shared about this campaign in our social media, but the response was quite slow. I gave it another push by sending email to our SSV members to notify them, followed by another post on our social media. Besides that, we also bring the collection box with us during our clubs and societies week. We managed to get increased attention from the public, which we saw different items added to our collection box day by day.